Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and I have a huge problem. So if you guys remember my last video, I did start some seedlings and I was starting them. I thought that everything would be great, that they would start off small and then grow a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger, and then by the end of August, when we got back from our vacation, I was planning to plant my garden. So the problem is, this is my seedlings. Guys, I even put them in bigger containers because I thought that, you know, if I put it in a bigger container, it was gonna have more room and all of that, but this is one bean plant. It's trying to produce fruit at this point. And I swear it hasn't been that long. So in the video today, I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna do about this, because one, I don't really know, so it's gonna start to be a little bit of an experiment, and two, I don't really know, so it's gonna start to be kind of an experiment. So if you guys have any advice, put it down in the comments. I'm gonna try a couple things today and we'll go from there, because I do know a couple of problems that I can solve. So one, don't start bean plants. When I did start my video, somebody told me after I posted the video, hey, don't start bean plants because they grow so crazy and wild and quickly that you don't really need to start them. So this is a green bean plant, and my goal was to have an abundance of green beans just throughout the year. But I mean, it's still 115 in Arizona, and now it's monsoon, so it's 115 with 50-mile-an-hour blazing hot winds, which I'm pretty sure this bean plant's not going to be happy about. But I mean, it's starting to look like this, guys. So, and I have a couple of them. It's not even the only one. Like, this one is another bean plant. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant them underneath my okra and my okra bed, and I will show you guys that so that you can see what it looks like. So some of the problems I know I can solve are, this has 2 plants in them. So I am going to take what looks to be the strongest one, and I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to snip the other one. So then that way it gives the plant that's in there a little bit more room. So on all of my squashes, anyone that looks like it was like yellowing or dying or anything like that, I'm just going to take out and leave the stronger looking squash. So I'm going to do that on that one. This one, guys, is my mystery squash plant. So it's looking really, really good and looking really, really healthy. Actually, both of these look really healthy, so I'm kind of saddened that I'm gonna have to snip one of them, but I want to give one of them a really good fighting chance. So we're gonna do that on that one. My pickling cucumber is the one that is doing what I thought all of them were going to do. You know, just grow a little bit, expand a little bit, give me some time, give Arizona some time not to be 110. That would have been amazing if this cucumber plant told all the other plants to do that. So we're gonna keep going. The scallop squash, guys, look at this. Like, that one hit me in the face, and this one is sending out runners. I actually think that tomorrow I'm going to plant this scallop squash underneath something else and see if maybe just maybe it'll grow just fine because it's not so hot outside. Or, well, I mean, it's hot outside, but like, because it's underneath something else. I am starting to sweat, guys. It is 105, I think, right now, and it's about 7 o'clock at night. So this one, as you guys can see, this one is the yellow crookneck, but you can see that it has some leaves that are really, really suffering. So I'm going to take that one off, and I'm going to leave this one that looks completely healthy. So we have that one, And I had a pretty good germination rate, guys. Out of all of them, only 2 did not germinate. So that was pretty cool. The other thing that I'm gonna do is with my Swiss chard. So I love Swiss chard. Swiss chard was one of the first things that I grew. So I'm pretty good at knowing Swiss chard. And I definitely know that one of these plants will grow really, really huge. So sometimes with Swiss chard you can plant 1 seed. I don't know if you guys can see that, but 1 seed will grow 2 plants. At least that's with my experience. And I swear I only planted 1 seed, so I don't know. So once again, I'm gonna take off the one that looks the healthiest and leave that one. And I have 3 Swiss, like this one, guys, grew 3 Swiss chards out of 1. Craziness! I am just going to snip. Let's do this one and this one. Now the nice part about Swiss chard is that these are baby greens, so I'm actually saving these and not throwing these away. I'm saving those for just our sushi we're gonna have tonight. So that's gonna be a nice little addition for that. So let's cut these. And this one, once again, just leaving 1 plant. And now this is something interesting, guys. This is my tomato plants, my Cherokee tomatoes. As you can see, there are 3 Cherokee tomatoes in here. What I'm gonna do with this one, which I'm going to see if I can find just from Roots and Refuge video, because I was watching videos on what to do with tomato plants. I'm going to see if I can find hers. She basically took these plants apart and separated them in different pots, and you can plant them all the way up to, you know, like where the new leaves are coming out, and then all of that will grow leaves. As you can see here, it's a little furry right here, and it's because those are trying to be new roots. So one of them I'm going to plant outside, the biggest one, this one right here. The other 2 I'm going to plant into bigger pots. I saved all of the pots that I had got from when I bought plant starts, and I'm going to save those. I saved all of those, so I'm going to replant those and see if I can give them a little bit more room. Same thing with some of these bigger squash plants that I'm not going to try planting outside just yet. I'm going to see if I can replant them in a bigger pot and try and give them more room. So fingers crossed. Here's hoping. So before I leave and cry and try and figure out what to do with all these, I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to plant the bean plants in hopes that they grow, and then I'm also going to show you guys a new project that I'm working on. The okra jungle, it's still doing pretty well. I have shade cloth that is over it, but I'm thinking that maybe I can plant the bean plants down there. I'm going to wait a day, so if you guys have suggestions, let me know. Before I leave, I am trying to create more basically vertical space. So all of my herbs I want to start putting in little herb buckets, and I created like just a little design with extra wood that we had left over from our structure, and just trying to create little spaces where I can grow more stuff. As you guys know, I'm growing in an extremely small space, so I want to create as much space as possible. So I am starting to melt out here. I am like seriously sweating. It is hot, and now it's humid. On top of 50-mile-an-hour winds, on top of 110 to 115 each day, it has the audacity to be humid. So welcome to Arizona. Bye guys. I hope everybody's having a good weekend.